Back at Beaver Stadium, where Penn State comes up with a big win over Pitt. This, of course, used to be a traditional last game of the year. This also had a big game feel to it, just like the good old days.
Yeah, it was the largest crowd in the James Franklin era, and while it wasn't maybe the dominant win that some fans expected, it was controlled, almost professional from an experienced team that knows how to win.
Penn State takes the field in front of 109,898 fans, the 7th largest crowd in Beaver Stadium history. Locked in on defense right away. Penn State's Grant Haley picks off the pass and takes it deep into Pitt territory.
James Franklin wants more turnovers. That interception set the tone for the rest of the half.
Trace McSorley had 2 first-half touchdown passes to Mike Gesicki. Here's the first one. Eventually, Penn State was up 14-0. Pitt controlled the first half with time of possession and plays, but Pitt still trailed 14-3.
That's because the defense was making play after play. Despite the somewhat close score at the half, Penn State really didn't have to sweat.
Second half now, Saquon Barkley finally starting to get the ball. On the end of this pass, 46 yards, and Penn State goes up 21-3.
Barkley quiet for a lot of this game. Franklin said Pitt was taking away the interior run, so they found other ways to get him involved. Greg, he's obviously pretty tough to stop.
All right, here we go, fourth quarter. Hey, it's Barkley again. He scores on an 8-yard run, and Penn State starting to pull away. But Pitt hung around. Here's Ben Zanucci. He scores on this 3-yard run, and it cuts the lead to 28-15.
Ironically, that's Pitt's backup quarterback. Penn State knocked Max Brown's helmet off the previous play, so he had to sit out.
The Nittany Lions defense coming up big toward the end of the game. They add a safety. The final, Penn State 33, Pitt 14.
So the big question of the week, what does this win and this rivalry game mean?
I've been saying for 2 years that each win is like the Super Bowl for us. So you can interpret however you want. Last week, we beat Akron, and it was a great win. This win, we beat Pittsburgh, and it was a great win. This win is no more significant for us than last week. So you can interpret it however you want. I've been saying this for 3 years. Each win stands alone.
Another win on the schedule. Beat our opponent on the schedule. Not trying to get too far or get too high over opponent. Passing the pass, we lost that game last year. We can't control that. You only can control what you can control. And that was this game this year, and we wanted to come out and put a win and get a win.
I wouldn't say it's a rivalry, to be honest. I mean, came in this game just ready to, came in this game prepared, just ready to play. They probably was hyped up. We were hyped too. I mean, of course, any team that beat us, we want to get back at them.
So this team is on an early season roll, and there's certainly a lot of reasons why.
Yeah, Greg, we talk a lot about the offense, but in this game in particular, the defense and special teams were the stars, and Penn State just simply has a ton of depth.
You know, our goal is to be one of the top teams in the country, and you know, with that, you're going to have a lot of depth. And there's a lot of things can happen throughout the season, and our mentality is next man up. If someone goes down or someone needs a break, we're not going to take a step back because they're not on the field. We're going to maintain that level and even go high.
You know, I think having depth and the added depth that we have has been tremendously helpful. I mean, especially on you know, the defensive side of the ball. You see the kind of rotations that they're able to do.
Rivalry game or not, Penn State survives the game that kept them out of the playoff last year. Now one more tune-up against Georgia State next week before the Big Ten schedule begins.